Hey guys, this is Nalini here. Welcome to my channel. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make these cute little teddy bears. Like they're so cute and if you make it like this, they can sit by themselves as you can see. You can use them as just simple toys, or you can just add a key ring to it and make it as a cute keychain, or you can just crochet a loop and tie it as a back charm. They are just so cute, and I'm not even like satisfied with these many colors. I just want to make them with all the colors that I own because they're so cute mini teddy bears or bears. So I just thought that I'll make a tutorial for this so that even you guys can make this and have a great time with them. They can be easily used for return gifts, for any birthday party or just simple gifts or anything. So let's learn how to make these. So the materials which we are going to use is a main color, whichever color you want to make your teddies in, and then black color for the eyes and mouth, then one more light color or any your desired color you want for your bow. So preferably you use a thicker yarn for the bows because it'll look good, the getup will come better. Or you can even use a thin satin ribbon also to tie, a very thin one. You can use that also. And the size of your yarn or hook, you can just use any. If you are using a thicker yarn, then your teddy, the size of your bear will be a little bigger. If you use a bigger size hook and yarn, the size of the teddy will be bigger. And if you're using a thinner one and a smaller hook, the size of your teddy will be smaller. So in my case, I'm going to, these I have made with a 4.4 mm hook and 4 ply yarn. And even this is a 4 ply yarn, but it looks thin, so that's why I'm using a 3.5 mm hook for it. So this teddy might turn up a little smaller, but the smaller the cuter. So these are the yarns, and then we'll be using a stitch marker. There are two methods. One method I think so is with a like usually how we end our rounds with a slip stitch and chain one. So this pair, two of them two of them I had made with that. So you can see this line is coming, like the ending line or the beginning line of the slip stitch and chain one. So this is the round to round method which I had made it with, and these are the spiral crocheting. So in this you will be needing a stitch marker because you won't know where your first stitch is. So I'm going to show you the spiral method, but the everything is same, only the thing is in this I have made it like row to row. Like I made a row, finished it with a slip stitch on the first stitch, and then chain one and started the other row. So only the thing is we get this line in the on the back side. So that's the only difference. And in this, you won't get that because it's a spiral crochet. So we don't end our round, we just keep crocheting. So here a stitch marker is very vital because otherwise you won't come to know your stitches. And then a tapestry needle, and I told you that I'm using a 3.5 millimeter hook. Then you'll be needing your thread cutter or a scissor, and then we'll be using some stuffings. So let's get started. So we're going to start with our main color, and we're going to start with a magic ring. So just hold your yarn. So this is how I make my magic ring. So I hold the yarn, and with the help of my hook, I'll just twist the yarn like this, pinch it here, bring the loop up, yarn over and pull through the loop. And then your loop is standing like this, so you can just hold your loop like this and twist it, and then you can just make one chain and your magic circle is ready. Now we, in this magic circle, we are going to make five single crochets. So we'll be using yarn under method. So there's a method, usually we yarn over like this, but for amigurumi, if you use yarn under, there will be less spaces in your work. So we are going to use yarn under method. So what you have to do is just go in the circle and make sure that you're covering both the loop and the tail. So just go in the circle, yarn under, bring the loop up, yarn over and pull through. So this is your first loop. So if you can't detect your first stitch, you can use your stitch marker. So we have made our first single crochet. That comes right after your working loop. So this one is your first single crochet. So you can just mark your stitch like this. And now this is the second one. So insert your hook, yarn under, pull up a loop, and yarn over and pull through both the loops. Yeah. Again, go in the loop in the magic circle and make your third single crochet. This is the fourth single crochet, and this is the fifth one. So we've made a 5 single crochets, and now you can just drop your working yarn and pull the tail, yarn tail, to close the magic ring. So you can just pull it nice and tight and just push it backwards, and now you know which is your first stitch. So open your stitch marker, and into this stitch we're going to insert our hook and make our next round. We are going to start a next round. So just insert your hook into that stitch and make your first single crochet of the second round. So I have yarned under, pull up a loop, make a single crochet and immediately mark it without fail. If you miss marking your stitches, then it will be a problem for you when you go to the next round. You won't come to know which is your first stitch of the round, because it's a continuous round. It's a spiral crochet. Sorry. So we've already made one stitch in this. So in this round we are going to make 2 single crochets into each. So that means 1 increase in each stitch. So I had made 5. So in this round I'll be having 10 single crochet. So 2 single crochet in each stitch. So we've made our first single crochet, and now we're going to make a second single crochet in the same stitch. So we are yarning under, remember. So 2 single crochets. Now go for the next stitch, and we are going to yarn under and make 2 single crochets in that same stitch like this. So this way we are going to make 2 single crochets in all the 5 stitches. So the count will be 10 stitch count. And this is our last one. And we're ready for the next round. So the stitches here are 10. So remove your stitch marker, and you know where to place your first stitch. So go into that stitch and make a single crochet and mark your stitch. So always remember to mark the first stitch, otherwise it will be a problem for you. And now we are going to make 1 single crochet in one stitch and 2 single crochets in the next stitch. So I've made 1 single crochet here. So in the next stitch I'm going to make 2 single crochets. So 1 and 2. Then again into the next stitch I'm going to make 1 single crochet, and in the next, did I yarn under? I don't remember, so I'll just so in the next stitch I'll make 2 single crochets, 1 and 2. So this way in all the stitches we are going to repeat the same set, that is 1 single crochet in one stitch and 2 single crochet in one stitch. So there will be a total of 5 sets. So I've already made 2, so I'm going to go ahead and make the rest of it. So I'll just finish it off camera and I'll join you here. And I'm done making all the stitches. So in this round what I have done is 1 single crochet in one stitch and 2 single crochets in the next stitch. So this way I finished this round and I have a total of 15 single crochets in this round. And now you're ready for the next round. So open your stitch marker, you know where to insert your hook. So make your first stitch of this round, first single crochet, mark your stitch, and now in this round we are going to make 1 single crochet in one single crochet in one, and an increase in the third one. So it's gonna be 1 1 2 1 1 2 1 1 2 this way. So after making my first single crochet I'm going into the next stitch and making my single crochet, and now in the next one 2 single crochets, 1 and 2. Again into the next stitch 1 single crochet, into the next one also 1 single crochet, and in the next one 2 singles. So 1 and 2. So this is how we are going to complete our round. 1 single crochet in one single crochet in the next one, and 2 single crochets in the next one. So it will be 1 1 2 1 1 2, like that, 5 sets of this. So finish it, I'll meet you here. So I'm done making this entire round, and I have a total of 20 single crochets or 20 stitches in this. And now we are ready for the next round. So the next 2 rounds, that is round number 5 and 6, we are going to make 1 single crochet in each stitch. So we are not increasing anymore. We are going to make 1 single crochet in each stitch for the next 2 rounds. So remember, when you start a new round, do not forget to mark your stitch. So I'll just make 2-3 stitches, and remember will be meeting you after 2 rounds. So this round and the next round you're going to make 1 single crochet in each stitch. So this is my first stitch of round number 5, and I'm gonna mark this. And after making our first stitch we are going for the next one. Yarn under and make your single crochets. Then the next one. So this way we are going to make 1 single crochet in all stitches for 2 rounds. So round number 5 and 6 we are going to do the same thing, 1 single crochet in each round, and your stitch count should be 20. So I'll finish these 2 rows and meet you then. And I finish making 1 single crochet in each stitch for 2 rows, that is number 5 and 6. And now for the next row, that would be row number 7, we are going to make 10 decreases. There are 20 stitches, so we are going to make 10 decreases. So what we are going to do is make these 2 crochet stitches into 1. So I'll just show you how to do it. So we'll just remove our stitch marker. So here what we are going to do is we are going to use the front loops. So as you see in a stitch there are two loops, like the stitches are in V shape. So the one facing you is your front loop, and one facing the opposite side is your back loop. So this is your front loop, this is your front loop. So we are going to insert a hook like this. Now this is the stitch in which we have worked, and this is our first stitch of this round. So we are going to insert a hook like this, and then again we are going out and coming in the next stitch like this. So we are inserting a hook, then again going round and inserting a hook into the next one. So this is what we are going to do in this round. So go into your first stitch like this, then go into the next stitch. You can just use your thumb if it's not coming properly. So we have inserted a hook into the first two stitches, and now you can just yarn under and pull through those two loops and then finish your single crochet. Mark your stitch, and now we have worked in these two, and if you can see, this is a complete, the immediate stitch to it is a complete stitch. There are both loops, so this and this we are going to decrease. So this is called a decrease, single crochet decrease. So insert your hook into the front loop of the next stitch and front loop of the next one, then yarn under and pull through both the loops and then finish your single crochet. So now these 4 stitches we have decreased it to 2. So the same way we are going to make one decrease for every 2 stitches. So total 10 decreases we are making. So now this is our next stitch. See, the stitch in which we have worked, the front loop is like pulled out, and here if you see, this is a complete stitch. So this is the way you can recognize if you're getting confused which is your next stitch. So insert, so you just go like this from down under. You can just insert your hook like this and then again go into the next one like this and finish your decrease. So this way, just keep decreasing your stitches, 2 stitches, make it into 1. So you'll be having a total of 10 stitches in this round. So you're making 10 decreases. So I'll just finish this round like this. I'll just show you one last time. Insert your hook, go back into the next stitch like this and make your decrease. So keep doing this until you reach to your last one. I'll meet you then. And I've reached to the last one. I've made my 10 decreases in total. So after this we can just make a loop a little bigger, stretch it, and now we're going to stuff this. So you can just take some of your stuffing. If it's too lumpy, you can just fluff it up a bit, and then we're just going to insert it into this. We're going to stuff this little by little. Little more. So do not stuff it too much that it becomes very hard, just enough to keep it soft and plumpy or fluffy, how would you want to say it. So I think this much will be enough, and now we're going to start our next round. So after stuffing this part, we are going to work for the next round on what we are going to do is we are going to work in the back loops in this whole round. So just like we worked in the front loop for our decreases, just like we worked in the front loops, we are going to work in the back loops now. So you can just push your stuffing inside and we are going to insert your needle into the back loops. If you can see it clearly, these are the back loops, this one. So what you can do is you can just insert your hook like this. From top, you can just insert it and bring it from the side like this. So it'll be a little easier for you to insert your hook like this. Make sure not to catch the stuffing like this. So just you can catch your back loop like this. Like this. So let's start. I think I'll just remove little stuffing and we can stuff it later. We'll keep it this much. So remove your stitch marker from the first stitch. And here in this round, we are going to make the hands of the teddy bear. So what we are going to do is, I'll put it in the captions also. So first we are going to make one single crochet into the first stitch and then one increase in the next one and then one bobble stitch into the next one. So from one bobble stitch to the end of the round, we are going to make two sets, that is one bobble in one stitch, then increase in next stitch, single crochet in next stitch and increase in the next. So bobble, increase, single crochet, increase. This is one set. So we are going to make two sets like this. So I'll show you how. So in the first stitch, we are going to make a single crochet. So, and everything goes in the back loop. So insert your hook into the back loop of your next stitch. So this stitch has been used and this is your next one. So insert your hook into the back loop like this. So I've inserted into the back loop of the first stitch and I'm making my single crochet like this. And now we are going to make one increase in the next stitch. So before that, as always, mark your first stitch. Okay. So now in the next stitch, we are going to increase. So this is our next stitch. So insert your hook from top like this and make your first single crochet of the increase. Then again go to the same loop and make your next single crochet. So our increase is done. And now into the next stitch, which is this one, into the back loop, we are going to make a bobble stitch with 4 stitches. So I'll just show you. So insert yarn over and insert into the back loop. Like this. Then yarn over. You can just yarn over for this one and pull through 2 loops. The first 2 loops you have to pull through. And now the loop is up, so making the rest of the bobble is easy for you. So yarn over, insert your hook into the same stitch. Now you can see this loop sticking up. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop and yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. So we have done it 2 times. The third time again, yarn over, go into that stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through first 2 loops, and the last time, this is the fourth time we are making that. We pulled up a loop, now yarn over, pull through first 2 loops. So now we have 1 2 3 4 and 5 stitches, and we can just yarn over and pull through all of them like this. So this is the hand of the teddy bear. And now into the next stitch we are going to make increase, one increase in the next stitch, then one single crochet in the next one, and one increase in the next one, and then we'll be making one next bobble into this one. So all in the back stitch, back loop. So directly go to the next one, next stitch like this, insert your hook like this, and make your increase. So yarn under, 1, then again go inside, yarn under, 2. So our increase is done, and one single crochet in the next one. So insert your hook and make your single crochet. Now in the next one, one increase. So insert your hook and make your 2 single crochets, 1 and 2. So our first set is done, that is the bobble, 1 increase, 1 single crochet and 1 increase. Now in the next stitch we are going to make a bobble again. So yarn over, insert your hook into that stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through first 2. Now this is the first one, first stitch, incomplete double crochet. Again you insert and make your next one, pull through 2. Again you go back into the same stitch, make your third one, pull through first 2. Then this is the fourth time, insert, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through first 2. So we have 5 loops on a hook. Now yarn over, pull through all of them. So after making our bobble, then into the next stitch we are going to make an increase. So increase, as you can see there are 3 stitches left, 1 2 and 3. So increase, single crochet, increase. So we are going to make 2 single crochets into the next stitch, that is the back loop we are using. So just insert your hook into that back loop and make your single crochets. Then into the next one, go into the back loop, and make your single crochet. And now into the last one, increase. So go into that back loop and make your 2 single crochets, 1 and 2. And we have finished our round. So we've made the paws, the back paws or the legs, what you can call it, of the teddy bear. And now we are ready for the next round. So in the next round we are just going to make 1 single crochet in each. So we have 15 stitches right now, so we'll be making 1 single crochet in each. And I'll just tell you beforehand that when you come on top of the bobble stitch, where to insert. So as you can see, these 1 2 and 3 stitches are clear to enter. So the next stitch after the third one is this one, this on top of your bobble. So you have to insert in this stitch, and the next one will come here. Same goes for the next bobble. This is the one before your bobble, and this one on top of your bobble is the bobble stitch. So you have to insert into this one. So like that, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 and 15. So we are going to make 15 single crochets in this round. So insert your hook, remove your stitch marker, and here we are not going for the back loops, we are going for the normal stitches. So insert your hook into both the loops and make your first single crochet. Mark your stitch. I'm sorry, my AC is on. I'll just off it if there's too much noise. Okay, so just keep making one single crochet in each stitch. So this is my second one, this is the third stitch, and this is the next one, which is the bobble. So insert your hook and your single crochet, then go for the next one and make your single crochet. So I'll just guide you through this round because it might be a bit confusing on the top and on top of your bobble stitches. So if you want, you can just forward it. So this is the one before your bobble, and now this stitch on top of your bobble towards the right side, insert here and make your single crochet, then go for this one and make your single crochet, and then you can just continue making your one single crochet in each stitch. There. So we have finished this round and we are ready for the next round. So to make the next round, we are going to make 4 single crochets in the first 4. So I'm removing my stitch here, stitch marker, and this is my first single crochet, and in this round we are going to make the hands of the teddy. So after my first single crochet, this is the second one in the second stitch, then in one single crochet in the next stitch, and this is my fourth one. So after your 4 single crochets, now in this stitch, the 5th stitch, we are going to make one bobble, and that is in the normal, like you don't have to make it in the back loop. So this is your stitch. So yarn over, insert your hook into that stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2. So this way we are going to make it 3 more times. So yarn over, insert, pull up, pull through 2. Again go in for the third time, pull through 2, and this is the fourth one, pull through 2. Now we have 5 loops, yarn over, pull through all of them, and now we are going to make 4 single crochets in the next one single crochet in the next 4 stitches. So this is the next stitch, one, go to the next one, 2, next one, 3, and 4. And now into the next stitch we are going to make one bobble. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop and pull through 2. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now yarn over and pull through all of them. And then again we are going to make one single crochet for the next 5 stitches. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and this is the last one, 5. And we are ready to go for the next round. So this was the 10th round, and this you'll be having 15, I think so. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 and 15 stitches. Okay, so now this is the last round for the body, and this is a round number 11. So just remove your stitch marker and make your first single crochet of round number 11. Insert your stitch marker, and here what we are going to do is a decrease. So in this entire round we are going to do that one single crochet and one decrease, one single crochet, one decrease, just like we decreased here in the neck area. We are going to do the same thing. So we've made our first single crochet. Now in the next 2 stitches we are going to decrease this and this. So just insert it into the front loop like this, then again go for the next stitch, front loop like this, and yarn under and bring it out and make your stitch, finish your stitch. Now into the next one, one single crochet, then for the next 2 stitches, now here it's around the bobble, so this one and this one. So go for the front loop of this, then the next stitch, front loop like this. Oh sorry, did I catch it? Did you catch it? I don't know whether, I think I went out of the frame, so I'll show you again. So this stitch and this stitch, so insert into the front loop, insert into the front loop of the next stitch and yarn under and finish your stitch. So after the decrease, into the next one, single crochet, decrease in the next 2 stitches, so 1 and 2, the front loops, decrease, then single. Now here we are going to make one single crochet in the bobble. So one single crochet, and into the next 2 stitches, one decrease, into the next one, one single crochet, and into the next 2 or the last 2, decrease, and we are done. Now we can just cut our yarn. Just keep a long tail to sew, and you can just pull the loop out like this, and we can just thread our needle, our tapestry needle, remove your stitch marker. So before closing it, we are going to stuff it with the remaining of the stuffing. Before stuffing, if your bobble stitch is towards the inside, you can just insert your finger and just push it outwards like this, and then you can just put in your stuffings. So I think this much stuffing would be enough. So we'll start closing the end. So we're just going to use all the front loops to sew. So just insert your needle to the front loops of each stitch. So this one, then go into the next one like this, then the next one. So just keep going in and out of each stitch like this. And this is the last one. I think a little bit of stuffing can go inside. Okay, so now we have to do is just pull the tail to close it round like this, and now you can just insert your needle here, bring it out like this, and just tie a knot to be secure. And now you can just insert your hook here and just bring it from the back side, anywhere from the back side like this, and just give it a little pull and cut the yarn, and just do it like this. Press it from all the sides to give it a shape, and the rest of the yarn will go inside. And we are done with the body, and now let's make the ears. So to make the ear, what we are going to do is we are going to count from the top. This is the top, the the first round, there's a second round, and there's a third round. So we are just going to align our ears with the hands. So like this, it's going to be aligned like this from the outer part of your hands to the top. So you can just, this is the top, and first, second and third row. So take the behind of your hand and come to the third row, which is this one, and here in this stitch we are going to work. So we are going to attach our yarn in this, chain one and make one single crochet and one half double crochet, crochet. So crochet, what is that? Okay, so let's insert our hook. So I hope you understood. So we are taking the back side of our hand and matching it with the top first round. So 1 2 3, so like this. So you can use this stitch. So insert your hook into that stitch or that row, and to attach a yarn you have to hold the yarn like, yeah, like this, grab it, bring it out like this, drop the tail and chain 1 like this. And now again we are going into the same stitch like this and make a single crochet. So in this you can yarn over, there's no problem. Sorry. So in the exact same stitch we are going to make the next 2 stitches. So just bring it out like this and make your single crochet, then yarn over, insert it back into the same stitch like this and make your half double crochet. So 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all of them like this. And now we can just cut a fairly longer tail and pull up our loop like this, yarn like this, and now just what we are going to do is same thing. We're just going to align with our hands. So this is the ear, so we are going like this. So 1 stitch before that is the second row. In this is the stitch in which we work. So in the second row I'm going to insert my stitch. So if you see, this is the back of the hand, this is the front area. So from the back of my the hand we have taken this stitch, this one, and now I'm just going to finish my ear into the second row on top of that stitch, this, and just come behind the stitch like this. I hope it's clear. Back of the hand, we are just aligning it, and this is the stitch in which we worked. So on top of that stitch of the second row we inserted our hook and removed it from behind the stitch like this, and now just pull it like this, and our ear is done. And now you can just tie these 2 ends together, 1 and 2. 2 times are enough. Now all you have to do is pass it through that stitch here, just where we came out from, and just remove it from anywhere in the back side like this. And now you can just cut this remaining yarn tail, and our first ear is done. And now we'll go for the next one. So hold your yarn like this, and now the same thing we are going to do. Oops. So we are going from the back of the hand, aligning it with the ear. So 1, 2 and 3. So this is the stitch where we are going to insert. So insert your hook, bring it up like this, and join your yarn, drop the tail like this. Now chain 1 and insert your hook into the same stitch, bring it out from the same stitch and make your single crochet like this. Again you go in the same stitch, sorry, half double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook into the same stitch and pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops like this. And now you can just cut your yarn, pull it out, and we're going to do the same thing. Now we used this stitch of the 3rd row, so just 1 stitch above of the 2nd row we are going to join it. So just insert your hook, come back from inside, from the back side, and pull it like this. And we're done. Now you can just tie the ends. So cut the yarn, and from behind we're just going into that stitch from where we tied our tails, and just bring it out of any stitch like this. And you can just cut the yarn. So we're almost there. It's already looking so cute. Okay, so now let's make the face. So now we're going to use the black yarn for the face. So just cut this much, like almost like how much you can see, a 15 inches of your black yarn. Okay, so now what we're going to do is just insert your hook from any stitch over this side like this, and bring it out from here. Like this is the inside part of the ear, so 1 round below that and 2nd round below that, so this stitch. So bring your needle from that stitch. So this is the 1st row, this is the 2nd row below your ear, inside of the ear. So 1 and 2. So in that line I have inserted my hook from here, needle, and we can just bring it out, leave some yarn to tie later, and just go above the stitch like this, and we are going to insert a hook into this side for the eye. So here's a ear, so 1 and 2. So in this line here we are going to insert. So this is the 1st row, this one, and this is the 2nd row. So under that I'm going to insert. Like this. And now the same thing above that stitch, I'm going to insert my needle, and now I'm going down here. So I'm going to leave the same row from where we made the eyes, and this is the row in which we put the eyes, so skip 1 row into the 2nd one. In the middle here we are just going to remove bring a needle out like this. So this is the row in which we had put the eyes, so skip 1 row, and into the next row we have come out from that like this. So our eyes are done, and now we are going to skip the same row which we skipped here, this is the row from where we came out. So skip this one and into this middle, in middle of the eyes here in this stitch, we are going to insert. These are the two stitches which are there between these two eyes, as you can see. So as you can see, these two stitches are there in between the eyes. So from here we are going to insert our hook here, needle here, and bring it out from here, from the stitch, like we have went in the stitch and came out from here, from the stitch, like this. I hope my instructions are clear. And now I'm gonna skip this stitch, I'm gonna skip this stitch, and here insert my needle like this. See, I've skipped this stitch, I'm skipping this stitch, and here just insert your hook, needle, and bring it out of the same stitch from where you inserted your needle from, like this. And then you can just adjust your stitches accordingly. Just insert your needle like this to make it little fluffier. Okay, done. And now you can just tie these two ends. Make sure that you have come out from the same stitch from where you inserted your needle from. There should not be any strand of your pink yarn or whatever you're using in between them, because we are going to push the stitch inside, hide it inside. So tie it once or twice, and now you can just cut the yarn like this, and with the help of your needle just push it inside like this. And since it, a little black thing might be seen, so what I usually do is I just insert my hook into any stitch and just push that black part inside and just swirl it, so that the white, the cotton might come and, you know, cover it up a little bit like this. And then you can just give your teddy a bit of a shape. And now we are ready to tie the bow. So you can just cut a small part, place your teddy and tie a bow. You can just tie it as you like it. So I'm just going for the traditional bow tying. Even I learned it recently. Otherwise I used to suck at bow tying. So let me see. Yeah. Then you can just adjust the length of your bow. Make it symmetrical. And our teddy is ready. You can just give the eyes a bit of a stretch, fluff it up a bit, and we're done. Our cute little teddy is ready. So my family of teddies has a new member in it. So I just enjoy making it. So I hope my tutorial was clear, especially the last part, because I don't know whether I was proper in giving the instructions. So you can just rewind and rewatch it how I did it. So I hope you like this tutorial, and do make it. This is pure joy. So, and I did tell you that since the yarn was a bit thinner and I've used 3.5 instead of 4, so if you can see, these two teddies are smaller in shape. So that's the reason, because the hook size and the yarn size was little thinner, so that's why they've come little smaller. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and do make this. These are absolute beauties and cuties. And if you like this tutorial, then do subscribe to my channel. Almost 90% of my viewers are not subscribed, so please do subscribe. It's for free, and you can just press a bell icon, and you'll be notified for my future lives or tutorials. So, and do share it with your friends and comment down below whether this tutorial was helpful for you or not. So until our next video, bye bye.